So now we've managed to light up the LEDs using some basic block programs on the microbit, and then we've used the buttons, we've clicked the buttons to display something else, depending on which button you press. We're going to move on to a slightly more complicated one. We're actually going to make a game. We're going to use if statements, so if this happens, do that. So we're going to set it up so that we have got scissor, paper, stone. Okay, so the first thing to do really is to get those out. So if we go into basic and we're going to pull out show LEDs, but I'm going to do it 3 times, 1 for each image. So my first one is going to be rock. I'm just going to turn all of them on like a big solid rock. A lot of clicking, I know, and a lot of... Right, so that's rock. Paper. I am going to do the outside. I also like to do a little corner like that, so it's like the corner of the paper being folded over. In fact, I'm going to take these out so it looks... Actually, I want them. I've changed mine. I want them back in. So I'm going to do that. So it's like a bit of paper with the corner being folded over, and the scissors. I'm going to do squares at the bottom for this, the handles, and the blades are going to go across. And there we go. We've got rock, we've got paper, and we've got scissors. So we now need to tell the computer when we do something, show the images. So I'm going to go to inputs, and instead of using on button A press, I'm going to use shake. So on shake, but what you'll notice is if I drag on one of these, on shake, show that. If we run that, okay, this will allow us to shake it. So on shake. So when we shake it, nothing kind of properly happens because it's saying on shake, show this one, otherwise these ones are going to be on. Okay, so if I shake it, then nothing else happens. I keep moving my mouse to shake it, and this is a common problem. You actually need to click that button there to shake. So it shows that one and nothing else happens. So I need some sort of system, okay, so that it will choose for me which item to have at random. So I'm going to say on shake, and I'm going to put in my do if. So I'm going to say do if, but I need an if something. So what I've got to think, what can I put in there? What do I want it to if? Well, actually, a random number generator would be good. If I randomly generate 3 numbers and have this as 1, 2, and 3, then every time I shake it will randomly generate, and then I can do what I want to do. So we're going to put in a random generated number, and that is under logic. Okay, so equals something equals something. So I'm going to say if something equals 0, run that one, and I'm going to need to make myself a variable to do that. So I'm going to add my item in. I'm going to have, if I click on it, I can add a new variable. So I'm going to call my variable random. I'm going to say if random equals 0, do this one, and then I'll want that code again. So if I put our logic in, if with our logic, oh, I've done the wrong one there. So if my logic equals, so if random, I get my variable random, if random equals 1, do this one, and then another if, as a logic. So if random, let's just drag this up, equals, go to variables, if random equals 2, oh, that's coming off, then I want it to display that image. So at the moment it says, shake it, if the random number equals 0, and there's a reason I picked 0, and I'll explain in a minute, then do that. If I shake it and the random number equals 1, do that. If I shake it and the random number equals 2, do that. Now if I run it, and I shake, what you will notice is it only does the rock. Okay, So that is because I haven't put the random number generator in there yet. I haven't said, oh, random can equal any number, so it automatically equals 0. So I need to say on shake, and we need to do something. And we get that from, I can find it, it's the green one. It sometimes takes a little clicking around to remember where it is. It's under maths, sorry, it's not a green one. So on shake, I want it to pick random 0 to 4. Okay, so what I need to set is on shake, I'm going to set my random variable and I'm going to pick random. And you notice it starts from 0 and then it goes to another number. I'm going to pick 2. So it now says, when I shake it, it's going to set the random number from, and it's going to pick a number of 0 to 2. So it's going to be 0, 1 or 2. If it's 0, it will show rock. If it's 1, it will show paper. If it's 2, it will show scissors. And each time I shake it, it will pick a new random number and it will pick the right, or display the right colours based on what I have chosen. Okay, so if I run that now, there's nothing there. If I shake it, it's rock. If I shake it, it's now scissors. If I shake again, it's paper, scissors, paper, rock, scissors, scissors, scissors again, paper. You see it's random, completely random. So I shake it, it picks a random number from 0 to 2. Whatever the number is, 0, 1 or 2, depends on which one of these is displayed. So now we've got that, we can compile that. So I'm going to compile that script, and as before it will say, yep, you can pop it on. So I'm going to show that in my folder, and here's my script here, my microbit terrific script. I'm going to drag that onto my microbit. So that will now load on to my microbit for me. It might take a tiny bit longer because it's a bigger script, but it still shouldn't take too long to do that, okay? And it's rebooted itself. The other script I had before is there. That is overwritten. It doesn't matter if the script's got a different name. It's automatically overwritten. Okay, so now we need to check it out on our microbit. So now on our microbit, we can do our little shake. If I shake it, and it will come up with whatever we want. Rock. Shake this again. Paper. Sorry, paper first, that was rock, that's paper, and that, I've dropped it, there we go, scissors. It's not great being plugged in, actually, and being able to do it, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the battery pack on, okay, and I'm going to unplug this. As soon as I unplug it, you can see it goes off, and I'm going to go to my battery pack. So with my battery pack, which is here, and I've got my 2 batteries, so I'm going to undo the battery pack. If I can get it undone with one hand, it's quite hard. So there we go, I'm going to undo the battery pack. And into it I'm going to pop my 2 AAA batteries. So there's one battery in, and there's the other battery in, and let's pop this back on top. So now the next thing to do, once we've got this back on top, is to use that as our power source. So I'm going to take out the USB bit. Okay, you need to be a little bit more delicate than I am. I'm doing this one-handed. And on the connections, you can see there's a connection just that far end. Now that connection is for the power. So I'm just going to put that down here. And here's my power lead. I'm going to connect my power lead in there, and there we go. So now my BBC microbit is free moving. So if I shake it, there we go. We're playing rock, paper, scissors. And now this is a great opportunity for you to plug in your battery packs and have a go with the person next to you. Have a go at playing rock, paper, scissors yourself. Okay? And what you've done there is you've used a different feature in terms of an input with a shake, and now you actually can play a really little basic game. There are more advanced games you can play, but you've actually made your first game for the BBC microbit.